Hi everybody, this is Matthew Kemshaw at the Edward Milne Community School Garden. I'm just making a quick video on screening your compost. So some of you may have composters at home, either a black plastic bin or a nice big 3-bin composter like this that you're using to compost yard waste or to compost vegetable scraps from your kitchen. And once you've got compost kind of finished, it's nice, dark soil that has a really lovely texture. It usually smells really nice. One way to tell if your compost is finished is that it doesn't stink anymore. And to get it to be the highest quality compost product that you can, it's a good idea to run it through a screen. So here at Edward Milne we have this simple compost screen which is made out of a 1/4-inch galvanized steel mesh. And so that mesh has been sandwiched between two pieces of wood. We have this thicker piece of kind of 1x3 sort of fir and then a smaller little piece of wood that sandwiches the galvanized steel wire mesh so that it's really nice and taut in this framed screen. This is a really fancy compost screen. You don't need something this fancy. All you really need is a screen to run your compost through. Obviously, like a kitchen screen is going to be too fine of a mesh to work well. You want something like this that's sort of a 1/4-inch sized hole. And essentially all we're doing is taking some compost from our compost bin, putting it on the screen, and then running it through that screen. So this is a great way to get rid of big chunks of wood or sticks. And also here at Edward Milne we've got quite a bit of morning glory that's growing up in our compost. And this is a good way to get some of those big morning glory roots out. At home I sometimes throw invasive bulbs into my compost and I screen it to get rid of all of those bulbs out of the compost. So screening is a good way to get these big chunks of wood that you don't want in your garden out of the compost, as well as any invasive roots. And it leaves you essentially with this really nice finished compost product. It's just a great thing to be adding into your garden at this time of year whenever you're doing any planting, or even adding around the roots of perennials to give them a little bit of extra nutrition and some nice moisture holding capacity in the soil. So that's just a really simple video on screening compost, some of the reasons why you might want to do it, and a show of our compost screen.